Good morning and welcome to another week of writing, little RPG and publishing. It's Monday and I'm already at the cafe. It's close to the train station, the Berlin main rail station. I started off the day by doing some housekeeping. Amazon's payments are coming in, so I need to make sure that the money is sent to the correct accounts for safekeeping, at least until we pay the authors. And then I needed to check the order with which our audiobooks are being produced. So far I can see that we have not enough audiobooks, but at least our plans for the next audiobooks are set until mid-March, I would say, which is good. There is a steady flow of audiobooks and people seem to like them. I just needed to touch base with some of the narrators to make sure that the deadlines are still on track. Then I asked a couple of people for invoicing me because I like being on top of invoices. I don't like owing people money. And then I went through my edits, the last developmental edits that were left on the story that I'm writing right now. So all that's left now is to actually write the book. Other than that, I onboarded a new translator. He will be working with us for our science fiction books. And we had to talk about how payments are going to be handled, what the process is with beta readers, etc. They will be starting in 1st of March with a new SciFi series, and that's pretty much it. I think I'll just switch to writing now. True to the routine that I started last week, I only wrote a couple thousand words at the cafe and then headed back home at around 2 p.m. Poco was very eager to go out, and since it was a sunny day, we took a long walk. I sat down to write more after having lunch. I thought that I'd finish my writing before going to the gym and also use this time to digest. So around 6 p.m. I hit my goal of 4,000 words and headed to the gym. While I didn't have plans for what I'd do after returning, I did see that our beta readers finished going through the title we will be releasing next week, so I'll probably format that before calling it a day. All in all, it was quite a productive one, and I'm hopeful I can carry this on until Friday, when I'll be flying for the Author Sustainability Conference in Dublin. Here's to hoping. Good morning! It's Tuesday, and I'm on my way to the cafe. The time is 9:30. I check my emails. Luckily, I don't have any admin tasks to do. I mean, there were a couple of thank you emails and stuff like that that I replied, but it took like half a minute. So I'm heading straight to the cafe to write. Before I start writing, let's start walking. Before I start writing, I want to publish, to put up some promotional posts, because my Physics of the Apocalypse first German audiobook, which is called Oktoberfest Apokalypse in German, just came out yesterday. And you can see the cover, but I will also put the narrator created a video it's a promotional video anyway, look, take a look. So I really liked it, and that's what I'll use for the promos. And after that, it's just writing. It turned out that this day would not go as planned at all, and neither would the remaining week or month. Without getting too specific about it, there are certain things that are out of our control, and of course it's not worth worrying about them since we can't do anything to alter them. At the same time, some situations can bear on us even though we do not have any control over them. It seems that I've been affected by such a situation, and even though I went to the cafe with every intention of continuing to write, I only managed a bit over 1,000 words. As much as I don't like saying it, I did not want to continue writing. It's not that I couldn't, but this is the 17th book I'm writing, and at this point, I know better. I was not enjoying writing at all. I could of course continue writing, probably also hitting my goal, but I know well enough what's waiting at the end of such a path. Pushing yourself to hit an arbitrary goal is a shortcut to burnout, and I can see the signs. Also, if I'm not enjoying writing, then what is the point? How is it any different from a corporate job that would make me equally unhappy? So that said, I just went home and relaxed. And that's exactly what I did for Wednesday and Thursday. I did not write and tried not to stress about it. There were certain things that I needed to do publishing-wise, and I did do them with great joy, so I know that this is not the issue. It is just the writing that was affected by some personal situations, so I'm just stopping. I do worry that I'm falling out of love with writing and that I might not like it again, but at the same time there's nothing I can do about it, save for resting and giving it some time. So for the next 3 days of the week, I'm afraid the video format will be a bit more fluid as I go through the tasks I carried out connected to publishing. Despite not writing at all, there were quite a few tasks to complete on Wednesday. Since I work from home, I didn't really take any footage, so I hope you'll enjoy some videos I took from my trip to Dublin. First off, Wednesday being the last day of January, I had set a reminder to send some files to my accountant, so I started with that. Additionally, there were a couple invoices I still needed to pay in order to take care of every invoice I had pending. I know that Lit RPG release days are usually on Thursday, but I made an exception today since this is the last day of the month and we wanted to put this book out before the end of the month. This is the third book in D. Russ's Play to Live series. More importantly, this is the continuation of the series that readers have been waiting for years. The previous publisher only put out books 1 and 2, and we just put out book 3 now that we have the rights. I also got confirmation that 2 of our audiobooks were received by our distributor and had to wire them the upload fee. On a similar note, I regularly get emails from prospective German audiobook narrators, roughly 1 to 2 emails per week. Despite enjoying listening to their demo reels, we do not have enough bandwidth to work with them at the moment, so I simply sent them an email explaining the situation. Lastly, I noticed that one of our books had its paperback cover rejected by Amazon because the blurb on the backside was a bit blurry. I took this feedback back to the person who sent me the cover and put a reminder to follow up in case they did not respond to me. These tasks did not cover my whole working day, but the point for today was to take it easy, and that's what I did. I started off Thursday by creating the back-end side of a new shifter series we signed on Amazon. One of our translators came back to me with a translation of the book titles and blurb, so this allowed me to create the listings. I also sent the translations to the author so they can have their covers altered and prepared for the pre-orders. There was a small issue with the contract of the series where the signatures disappeared for some reason, but we managed to solve it and are officially moving forward with it. This meant that I could communicate this with the translator that will be actually doing the translations of the series. She's someone we have worked with before and recently had a change in her professional situation, so I'm quite happy we're able to help and create great translations. I also reached out to our US partners to acquire the audio rights of one of the Finnish series we have translated. One of our narrators had caught up with the series he's been producing over the past 6 months, and since we don't want him to wait for the next book to come out, we decided he could bring a new series to life. Having received the contracts, I sent the manuscripts to the narrator and put up the titles in my audiobook production spreadsheet. Since we have no releases today, I focused on getting ready for the conference tomorrow. Today was an early start at around 5 a.m. to get to the airport in time for our flight to Dublin. There were no talks today, but just getting to see my friends again after so many months was great. Even though I was quite tired, I did manage to have a few Guinness with them and talk about books and life. The conference will take place over the weekend and I will try to make a good retrospective for it in next week's video. For now, I'll just say that there were so many little RPG people I liked and had not seen in a while, and even some that I met for the first time. I was thinking of naming them one by one, but then considered I would probably forget someone, so I guess I won't be doing that. So with that said, this is the end of this unconventional week. I hope you didn't mind the change in format, and I'm looking forward to explaining the ins and outs of the first Dublin Author Sustainability Conference next week. Okay, bye!